the national anthem, anything like that, so we always try to be respectful in that. So after the national anthem, we're turning our attention to the senior boys and the Cyclones facing off against Rogers. We'll give you the starting lineup for the Rogers Mounties. They're coached by Lamont Frazier, 9-0 on the season. They'll come out with number 4, Will Liddell, number 5, Carson Euchre, number 12, Drew Miller, number 22, Derek Hobbs, and number 24, Joseph Park. Now, in their victory last night against Baptist Prep, they played 11 guys, and we expect them to do that too. And they turn off the lights here to introduce the Russell Cyclones. They're getting started on that. We're going to give you that too. Trey Allen, a 6-foot junior, number 21, getting a start. Cade Schaefer, number 5, he's a 6-foot senior. Number 1, Danye May, 6-foot sophomore. Talon Peter had a fantastic last night with 32 points, 6'4 senior, wearing number 2. And Jackson Schaefer, number 33, he's a 6'4 senior. Russell will play 9, 10, 11 guys also. Before I get away from what we were talking about, Stephen Berry also training Sierra, and so it's good for her to see curveballs like that. Rogers 9-0 on the season. The Cyclones 8-2. Rogers coached by Lamont Frazier. Russell Cyclones coached by Kyle Pennington, assisted by Shelby Lewis. Coach Pennington and Coach Lewis have built something rather quickly here at Russellville. Something to be proud of. The Cyclones winning last night against the Queen 97-54. Cyclones currently on a 6-game winning streak themselves. Playing against the higher classification Rogers Mounties, and we're ready for action. Rogers will win the tip. Rogers wearing blue as we sit opposite the Cyclone fans. Blue with white trim. They'll be moving right to left. Playing offense in front of the Cyclone bench. Cyclones in their home whites with red and black trim. There's a 3-pointer missed by Rogers. Talon Peter had a fantastic last night. Gets the defensive rebound. Will dribble out on the right wing. Looking inside, Jackson Schaefer will catch it on the baseline. Gets it to Cade Schaefer in the corner. Finds Trey Allen, top of the key, jump stop in the lane. Danye May, he's open, 3-pointer won't go. A rebound controlled by Drew Miller. In the front court is Derek Hobbs. Hobbs will stop, give it over on the right wing to Drew Miller. Miller had 15 points in the first half last night alone against Baptist Prep. Derek Hobbs, stop and go. Russell makes the switch after the screen, gives it to Euchre, now swings it on the right side. Shot clock down to 15. Shot clock in effect, 35-second shot clock here at the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Drew Miller takes it baseline, bounce pass inside, shot put up and in by Joseph Park. Cyclones trailing 2-0. Danye May comes in from the right side, dribbles back to the top of the key, still with his dribble, gets it to Cade Schaefer. The southpaw, right side to Talon Peters. He'll pick up a screen by Jackson Schaefer, driving lane, little scoop shot, and missed the shot, but a blocking foul is going to be called against number 12, Drew Miller. First team foul on Rogers and a shooting foul for Talon Peter. Talon's twin brother, Marquise, is on the team. I say that let everybody know. This is the second game we've done on the radio this year. Jackson Schaefer and Cade Schaefer not related.
Number 20, Colin Christman.
And already a substitution coming in for Rogers, number 20, Colin Christman. First free throw was missed. Second free throw was missed. And number 12, Drew Miller with the rebound. The Cyclones trying to pressure the ball a little bit in the backcourt. Trailing 2-0. Pass in the front court to Miller. He's over on the right side. And they lost the basketball. Went up for a 15-footer. And then Russellville returned the favor, losing out of bounds. On the left baseline will be Derek Hobbs. He's going to throw it way out up top, faking the three is number 11, Elliott Pascal, who checked in. Gets it back in the corner. Hobbs, 3-pointer, won't go. But the rebound over on the right side, Drew Miller throws it inside. The traveling violation is coming as Colin Christman caught it, and he switched pivot foot a couple times. Sometimes that's why you see players take that little power dribble, meaning just one bounce on the floor, sort of set their feet. Christman didn't do that, probably should have. Rogers leads it 2-0. Danye May in the corner with a pass to Talon Peter. Lost the handle on it. Gets it back. Long cross-court pass in the right corner. They've set a screen for Trey Allen. Drive around his man. Little scoop in the lane. Missed the shot. Russellville with the traveling violation on that one. 6:02 left to play here in the first quarter. Rogers leading it 2-0. In the backcourt is Elliott Pascal. They get the pass ahead to Miller in the front court. Here comes the double team. He'll dribble around left side, picks up the dribble, needs help. Cross-court pass to Pascal. He'll drive in the lane. Left-handed finger roll shot is good by Pascal. 4-0 is the lead for Rogers. Bring it up left side is Danye May. One-handed pass over to Cade Schaefer. Open, right side. Three-pointer is good for Cade Schaefer. Cyclones knock the lead of Rogers down to 1. That three-pointer brought to you by Phil Wright Autoplex here on River Country KCJC. There's a pass inside, knocked away, but Joseph Park gets it back. Over here on the left side to Miller. They go on the baseline with a pass to Chrisman. Back to the basket, never faced the basket. Threw it to the top of the key to Hobbs. Right side, three-pointer on the way by Miller. Clangs the back of the iron. Rebound, chased down by Rogers. Threw it overhead to save it. Inbounds, saved it to Russellville. Pass ahead to Cade Schaefer in the front court. And May lost it, tipped it to Talon Peter. He's left open, and he knocks down the three. There's quite a few guys you don't want to leave open on this Cyclone team, and Talon Peter is one. Knocks down the three. That brought to you by Phil Wright Autoplex. And Rogers, an unforced error, turned the ball over, stepped on the inline, trying to inbound it. You can move side to side, but he got his foot across the line before he let go of it. Russellville leading here 6-4, going to inbound it on the left baseline. Inbounds pass comes to Peter. Finds Cade Schaefer coming off a screen, left wing, three-pointer, and won't go. Long rebound is going to go out of bounds. It'll belong to the Mounties. And Carson Euchre, one of the starters, coming back, and you can already see Rogers worried about the pace of play because there's slow pace, fast pace, and then there's a pace that Russellville plays this year, quite honestly. And they're trying to be smart about it, trying to stay fresh. That's their fourth substitution already. Some are recycling back in their starters. Russellville has not subbed yet. And a late call, but the right call as Trey Allen took a charge. He did a double team, and he stood his ground. Elliott Pascal lowered his shoulder to try to gain some space, and that's his first and the second team foul called on Rogers. And Coach Pennington saying, motion, quick, let's go quick. Russellville helped out by this shot clock because it makes everybody play a little faster than what they really want to. Trey Allen faking a three, drives around his man, baseline, layup good! Trey Allen's first basket of the game. Cyclones lead at 8-4. In the backcourt, Chrisman to Pascal, pass ahead to Liddell. Cross-court pass back to Pascal. They're now in the front court. So 10-second violation, no longer a threat, but the shot clock down to 19. Started taking a baseline. Euchre picked up his dribble, gets it back to the top of the key, and Derek Hobbs. 14 seconds to shoot. They go a pass to the high post to Euchre. Euchre, right side of the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Talon Peter gets the rebound. Long pass ahead to Cade Schaefer. He forgot the basketball. He gets it back. Danye May driving right side of the lane. Layup no good. Knocked to the floor, no call. Rogers in transition. They're going to slow it up just enough. Hobbs leaves it for Pascal. He's on the right wing. Going to drive around his man. Little double clutch shot, no good. A battle for the loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by who? Last touch by Russellville, I believe. And it'll belong to Rogers on the left baseline. Rogers going to come in back with Drew Miller, one of their starters, replacing Elliott Pascal. Inbounds comes on the left wing to Will Liddell. To the top of the key now to Drew Miller. Next dead ball, Russellville will have their first substitution here. 3.5 to go in the ball game. Russellville leading 8-4. Hobbs gets it left side. Liddell takes it baseline, and he stepped on the inline. No, we're going to get a foul called on the Cyclones. This will be on Talon Peter, his first.
That's his first personal foul. Team first. Checking in for Russellville, number 20, Grant Smith. Number 12, Ryan Sikowski. Number 3,
Ryan Sikowski, number 12, 6'4" senior, will check in, as is Grant Smith. Number 20, 6'3" senior. We'll get the other substitutions here in just a minute. Spencer Terry, number 3, 5'10" senior. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Good by Derek Hobbs. It cuts Russellville's lead to 1, 12-11. I'm sorry, 8-7. I don't know what I'm looking at. Get a foul called on Trey Allen's drive. This will be on number 5, Carson Euchre. You know, sometimes you may not be the more aggressive, but when you're fatigued, the way you deal with that is sometimes you commit fouls, and that's a sign of being tired. And you could tell even through 5 minutes of this game, Rogers may be a little bit fatigued, maybe. 8-7, Russellville leads it. 3 minutes left as a drive by Allen. The shot was waved off, didn't go anyway. Get a foul called on the Mounties. This will be on Colin Chrisman, his first, the 4th team foul.
You got that?
We get an offensive foul called on the Cyclones. Grant Smith, this will be his first, the team's second. 8-7 our score, the Cyclones leading it. Under 3 minutes to go here, just the first quarter. They go inside to Joseph Park, and traveling is going to be the call as he dumped it off to Liddell. Liddell shuffled his pivot foot once again. Cyclones with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Playing through the weather alerts you're hearing on 102.3. Understand some pretty bad weather coming in the Polk County area. Going to be here for a while apparently. There's a missed shot. Rogers on the drive, missed the layup, but the follow is good by Joseph Park. He's got 4, and Rogers takes a 1-point lead, 9-8. Trey Allen, little spin move in the lane, scoop shot left-handed, job no good with the rebound as Colin Crispin, he throws it off almost out of bounds. It was saved by Drew Miller. On the baseline, here's a 10-foot jumper, no good. Sikowski with the rebound, gives it off to Allen. Allen dribbling in transition. Feeds it on the right side to Spencer Terry, right back to Trey. They'll give it left side, Cade Schaefer. Man-to-man defense, cross-court pass over Trey Allen. Open three-pointer, good! Trey doesn't shoot many threes, but if you leave him that wide open, he certainly will do it. He's given the Cyclones a 2-point lead, 11-9. Three-pointer on the way, no good by Rogers, and whistle and a foul called on Rogers. That's the 15th foul. That's the first on Joseph Park. Talon Peter will check back in for the Cyclones, replacing Trey Allen, his first breather. Checks out with 5 points. Danye May in the game. May, number 1, dribbling with the left hand to the free throw line, throws it out. Spencer Terry open left wing. Three-pointer is good! That three-pointer brought to you by Phil Wright Autoplex. The Cyclones lead is 5, 14-9. In the corner, just inside the three-point line is Park. Gets it underneath the Miller. Miller hits the shot, and he's fouled. I'm going to wait to see who the foul is called on. This will be on number 2, Talon Peter. So we'll see if how Coach Pennington wants to play this. Into the game for the Mounties is number 3, Ty Cunningham. You hate to play without Talon, as he's played very well last night here so far, but he's got 2 fouls. He's going to stay in the game. Just got to play careful. We're still in the first quarter with 1:10 left. Here's a drive by May. Talon in the corner, three-pointer. This one's good! Talon Peters' second 3 of the game of the first quarter. Again, it's sponsored by Phil Wright Autoplex, an honest deal and honest price. They sponsor Cyclone Athletics here on 102.3. Cyclones lead at 17-12. Handing it off, Pascal gets the handoff, trying to drive around May. Can't quite do it, gets it off Miller. Russell makes the switch, three-pointer rolls off the iron. Rhino Sikowski gets the rebound, gets it off to May. May in the front court. Gagne coming in from the right side. Boy, he just faked Miller out of his socks on the drive, missed the layup. We're going to get foul. Oh, they're going to call a charge on Gagne. He faked the guy guarding him out of his socks, but underneath they took the charge, and May has whistled for his first personal foul, the 14th foul on Russellville. Gagne is so good with the offhand. He'll be on the right wing dribbling with the left hand, as he was there. Russell leads by 5. The shot clock is turned off. Rogers will cross the timeline with 25 seconds to shoot. And they're going to try and play for one shot. Gagne's not going to let him get a free pass. He comes out to guard Pascal. They've got it now to Cunningham, who's picked up by Spencer Terry. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Over left side to Hobbs. And he loses the handle on it, gets in the corner, and they stepped out of bounds. You give Gagne an assist on that defensive play there because it caused Derek Hobbs to lose his dribble. He picked it up a little scoop pass in the corner. They weren't ready for it, stepping out of bounds. 7.9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Russell's lead is 5. Cyclones try to get a last shot off here. Gagne in the front court. They're going to use a screen, and now a whistle and a blocking foul is going to be called on Derek Hobbs. Russell set a screen for him, but it was Hobbs that came up and tried to make a play, and He got into the path of May and was not set. It's the 16th foul on Rogers, 2.6 left. Let's see what Russell wants to do as they inbound it on the left baseline underneath their own basket. May, the trigger man, gets it Sikowski behind the three-point line. He's got to get rid of it quick. He does. He launches a three. Oh, my goodness, he knocked it down. Ryan Sikowski, 6'4 senior, not really known as a three-point threat. He does his damage on the inside, but he knocks it down. What a way to end the end of the first quarter. And what a way to get a sponsorship in for Phil Wright Autoplex. Cyclones lead by 8, 20-12. We're going to come back, have the second quarter for you. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
Hey guys, Terry Holland here at Best Ride. Did you know Best Ride's been in business for 15 years? We are still offering the same great customer service we started with in 2004. We started with an affordable car with 24 months or 24,000-mile service contract with a low interest rate. We helped with your sales tax, gave free oil changes to the length of the contract, and reported credit. Best Ride now offers a little more. We have a full service department with all your vehicle needs, a service contract with no deductible, and Facebook. So guys, come see us at 621 South Knoxville in Russellville.
Rogers with the steals. We start the second quarter. We're going to have to let you know something. Cyclones actually at 19-12. Sikowski hitting that shot on the buzzer. They came back and said it was only a two-pointer. So Ryan Sikowski, a very long two on the buzzer. Russell still with 5 threes in that first quarter. So the score is 19-12, not 20-12. And on the drive, Ty Cunningham stepped on the end line. The official approached the scores table during the period there between the first quarter and second quarter and said, hey, his foot was on the line. But it was on the buzzer. It was a long, long two-pointer. Russell only hitting 2 two-pointers in that first quarter, 5 threes. Russell leading at 17-12 here. They set a screen for May. He catches it and he traveled with the basketball. May had his option if he wanted to shoot the three or drive, and a traveling call will turn the ball over to Rogers. 19-12 is our score. Cyclones leading the undefeated Rogers Mountings. In the front court is Derek Hobbs. Stops just inside the free throw line, and he'll knock down that shot. Hobbs has 5 points. The lead for the Cyclones is 5, 19-14. Trey Allen fakes a three in the corner. He'll dribble out to the right wing from the corner and turn around, give it back to May. They'll swing it around left side. And here's Peter, open from 3. Missed it as he hit the front of the iron. Rogers wants to run in transition after the missed shot. Liddell in the lane, and they wave it off and say a foul happened on the floor. It'll be on number 5, Cade Schaefer. Original starting 5 starting this second quarter for the Cyclones. May, Peter, Schaefer, Allen, and Shaver. Jackson and Cade. Inbounds pass comes to the top of the key, and Elliott Pascal. On the right wing is Derek Hobbs. He'll launch a three and nothing but net.
3-point basket, Derek Hobbs.
He's got 5 just in this quarter, 8 for the game. That's a 2-point lead for the Cyclones. And May draw some contact, no foul call, missed the shot. And Miller, he threw it up because he thought he was getting the foul call and tried to get the and one. Hobbs, 15 feet away, fakes, and cutting the basket. Number 11, Pascal, might have got away with a travel. He's going to draw the foul on the Cyclones. This will be on number 33, Jackson Schaefer.
His first team, 6 at the line for Rogers.
A 16 foul on the Cyclones. First free throw is good by Pascal.
Checking back in for the Mounties,
Carson Euchre. It's the first free throw. Just like Bob. Telling somebody Carson Euchre, just like Bob Euchre is how you pronounce it. Both free throws are made, and just like that, the Cyclones see their 7-point lead erased. It's all tied at 19. In the corner is Talon Peter. Set a screen for him. He starts going the other way. Gets at the top of the key. Schaefer, he mishandled the pass. Rogers on the move. Pascal slows up to wait on his teammates. He'll leave it at the top of the key for Park. Not a three-point threat, so they leave him wide open. Gets it on the left side to Hobbs. 25 seconds to shoot. Step back three-pointer. Good. Good grief. This Hobbs kid. 3 threes and a 2. He's in double figures. Russell trying to answer Cade Schaefer. That one won't go. Jackson Schaefer gets the backside rebound for Russell. Hands it off to May. He'll try a 3 from the right side. No good. Pascal with a rebound. Rogers wants to run. They're on a 10-0 run, and they lead Russellville by 3. And now whistle, and let's see. Two officials blew whistle, and they're going to talk about it. 2 officials on opposite sides each blew a whistle. They're going to talk about it, and a traveling violation's been called. They might have both had traveling, but when officials blow the whistle, they did the smart thing. They didn't signal, because what you don't want is 2 whistles, 2 separate calls. So they blew the whistle, and then they got together and talked about it. Jackson Schaefer will check out of the game. Into the game for him will be Ryan Sikowski. Spencer Terry also in the game for Danye May. There's Talon Peter. His pass deflected, but picked up by Cade Schaefer. Now on the right side, Trey Allen, three-pointer. This one misses. Backside rebound, Drew Miller. Russell seems to be settling for some threes. I think that's what Coach Pennington is upset about. He wants them to work the ball around a little bit before they settle for the 3. Had to get a drive and an easier shot. Park on the right side, inviting him to shoot it, not going to, and now whistle and a timeout called by Rogers. With 35, they reset the shot clock. They shouldn't have. 5 minutes left to go in this game. We're going to take a quick break. Russellville trails by 3, 22-19. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Parents have a hard job. How do you feed the kids good food without breaking the bank? When you dine in at Steak and Shake on Saturday and Sunday, kids eat free with every $9 spent, and your food is always made to order. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive.
Steak and Shake's reward app makes saving super easy. Download the Steak and Shake Rewards app for free. Then order and pay from your device or smartphone, and every $50 that you spend, you get $5 in rewards. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trail 22-19. Rogers calling that timeout. They reset the shot clock to 20, so it's down to 16 right now. With the basketball, it's Carson Euchre. He'll hand it off to Drew Miller. Way away from the basket, near the half-court circle. He starts his dribble, backs it up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's got to do something with it. They get it off just in time and miss the 3. Rebound controlled by Trey Allen. He's in transition, coming in from the left side. Throws in the corner. Open, Spencer Terry. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound tipped, controlled by Drew Miller. Miller at half court stops and gets the pass off to Hobbs. He'll pull it just inside the three-point line, knocking it down. Hobbs having a whale of a game, especially his second quarter. He's got 10 points in this quarter alone, 13 for the game. Cyclones trail 24-19. It's a 12-0 run by Rogers, and finally the Cyclones put a stop to that with a basket by Trey Allen.
Trey Allen.
24-21. Cyclones trail by 3. So their 7-point lead erased quickly. Here's a pull-up jumper missed by Rogers. Sikowski with the rebound gives it off to Allen. Allen in the front court. Still with his dribble. Jump stop in the lane. Pull-up jumper. Count the basket. No, they're going to say a traveling violation. They are really not giving that jump stop to Trey Allen in the Russellville Cyclones. So wave off the basket. Russellville trails by 3. Talon Peter will check out of the game. In for him will be Grant Smith. 3:44 left to play in the first half. Derek Hobbs gets it to Drew Miller. He crosses the timeline. Picked up by Trey Allen. Pass it over on the left side. Chrisman can't shake Spencer Terry. Gets in the corner to Pascal. Pascal will take a baseline, and he's cut off by Grant Smith. Hobbs, three-pointer. This one's an air ball. He's human. And rebound comes to Spencer Terry. Gets it off to Allen. Splitting a double team in the front court. Grant Smith lost the handle on the pass. Got it back. Rogers wanted a double dribble, but Grant never actually had it. And now on his drive, Allen is hit by Elliott Pascal, and Pascal said, hey, my bad. Kind of hit him hard on the arm. Good sportsmanship there. That's number 2 on Mr. Pascal. And that's the 7th team foul. So Russ will go to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Russellville, it's just their 3rd free throw this game. They're 0 of 2. First free throw is good, so Trey earns the bonus. 8 points for Trey. 3:07 left to play here in the first half. Second free throw is good. Trey knew it as soon as it left his hand. Russell within a point. 24-23. 3:02 left to play here in the first half, and a whistle, an offensive foul, as Trey Allen just took a charge away from the basketball. That was on number 12, Drew Miller. You don't get free throws on those, on screens like that, so Russell will just take the basketball instead of sending Trey to the free throw line, but Russell can take the lead with a bucket here. Allen fakes a three, and a walking violation is going to be called as he faked it.
Checking back in for Rogers, number 5, Carson.
And Carson Euchre will check back in for Rogers. There's a constant flow of subs coming in for Rogers, trying to keep bodies fresh. 2:49 left to go first half. Cyclones trail 24-23. Hobbs gets around Schaefer into the front court. The pass in the corner to Euchre. Euchre with a dribble out on the wing. Still with a dribble. Gets it off to Park. Park behind the back dribble trying to shake Allen. His pass almost intercepted, but Hobbs has it. Misses the runner from the baseline. Rebound. Allen has it. He's fouled by Colin Crispin. That's his second. We're going to walk it to the other end.
His second personal foul. That's team 9.
These two teams not in the same classification. Rogers 6A, which is the top classification in basketball. Cyclones 5A, which that football is a whole different animal. There is no 7A in any other sport, only football. So they will not meet in state play. First free throw is good by Trey, and he's just tied this game. Trey Allen will check in. I'm sorry, Trey Allen at the line. Talon Peter will check in for Rossville, replacing Cade Schaefer. Talon and Marquise moving back to Russellville beginning of this year after leaving for a year. Second free throw is good. And Russellville has a 1-point lead, 25-24. Under 2.5 to go. Spencer Terry will be guarding Hobbs. Brings it across the timeline. Still with his dribble. Still hounded by Terry. Left side to Park. They're going to set a couple screens. Popping out is Euchre at the top of the key. And they set another one, and popping out is Crispin. He's over on this left side. Shot clock down to 15. Park way away from the basket. He's now a three-point threat. 11 seconds. His pass is going to be deflected out. Talon Peter coming in. Two-handed jam! Talon Peter, who had 7 dunks. Yes, 7 last night. Gets his first win tonight, and the Cyclones lead by 3. Had 7 dunks in a 32-point performance when Russellville scored 97 against the Queen. Russellville's lead is 3, 27-24. Hobbs gives it up on the right side of Euchre. He'll launch a 3, trying to tie this game. This one won't go. Trey Allen skying for the rebound. And Russellville pushing it up the floor, leading by 3. Here's Grant Smith cutting to the basket, and nobody was on him. He hit the layup. Great find by Trey Allen. And whoever was assigned to him didn't get the memo. And the lead for the Cyclones is 5. Hobbs way away from the basket over on the right side. Picked up by Spencer Terry. He'll give it left side eventually in the corner to Crispin. Crispin, cross-court pass, dangerous pass, but controlled by Liddell. His drive to the basket, shot blocked by Rhino from behind. Sikowski with the big block. The rebound, Grant Smith, Trey Allen in the front court at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Talon Peter. Faking a 3, he'll take it baseline, stops. A no-look pass to the free throw line to Sikowski, back out to Spencer Terry. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Allen using a screen, jump stop in the lane, pulls up, bounce pass. It's a loose ball underneath. Rogers has it, still loose now on the floor, and a timeout called by Rogers. Coach Pennington is upset. He said they didn't have possession when they called timeout. They got the timeout anyway. We'll take a quick break. The Cyclones leading by 5, 29-24. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on River Country, KCJC.
Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving our neighbors in the River Valley since 1991. Miller Roofing offers residential and commercial roofs in a variety of styles, pitched, flat roofs, and more, plus a wide variety of materials, tile, shingles, metals, you name it. Also at Miller Roofing, they do chimney caps, wood repair, they work on your gutters, they do custom metal fabrication, chimney flashing, and tons more. So get a quote today from Miller Roofing. They're not just good, they're great. 479-890-3499.
39.5 seconds left to play in the first half. The Cyclones lead it to go. on the shot clock now. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. At the top is Liddell. He's got quick to shoot. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're going to go inside. Hobbs mishandled it. Back out. They do get the shot off in time. Missed the three. Ball tipped around. Let's see. It's still a loose ball picked up by Rogers. Here's Liddell. His drive. He does not get the shot off in time. He hit the layup, but he did not get the shot off in time. So we've come to the end of the first half with our score, the Cyclones 29 and Rogers Heritage 24. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with your halftime show. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on River Country, KCJC.
Your home for more continuous country favorites is right here. KCJC Dardanelle, Russellville. This thing's harder than a piss. It's today's best country on River Country, 102.3.
This is Todd Baumersdorf, market president with Centennial Bank. And one of the best things about being a community-focused bank like Centennial is that we can focus on what matters, real relationships. That means the focus is on you as the customer. At Centennial Bank, we're real bankers helping people by building real relationships. Come see for yourself the difference our real commitment can make. Stop by any of our local branches in Russellville, Atkins, Pottsville, Clarksville, or Dardanelle, or if you prefer, experience us online at my100bank.com. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Corey Beeson and the folks at Beeson Roofing Solutions are proud to support local sports in the River Valley. And they also want to say a special thank you to all their loyal customers and the community for their business. So if you have a problem with your roof, whether it be on your home or business, visit BeesonRoofing.com. See their work or call 967-2288 to schedule a free estimate or second opinion today from your local roofing experts, Beeson Roofing Solutions.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6, Monday through Saturday.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead it at halftime 29-24. And if you're listening to us on the radio side, I know we've been interrupted a couple of times because of the weather, but we understand it's been some straight line winds and heavy rain, but that's what it is. All heavy rain is not anything circular. It's just what we're hoping. If we have to have, if we get interrupted, to understand that we'll catch you back up. But the people's safety is always the most important thing that we do, and we always want to keep everybody up to date on any kind of situation like that. Russellville leading at the half by 5 points. We're going to give you what happened earlier today. This is game 8, just like last night. We had 8 games. We have 8 games tonight. So we'll give you what happened on the boys' side of the bracket. First game of the day, first boys' game of the day, I should say. Greenbrier defeated Pottsville in a back-and-forth game. Greenbrier won that game 65-62. That eliminates Pottsville from the Hoops for Hunger. Baptist Prep defeated DeQueen 76-68. So that means Greenbrier will play Baptist Prep on Monday afternoon at 1:30 for the 5th place game. The other boys' game of the day was Little Rock Mills against Van Buren. Little Rock Mills trailed by 1 at halftime, but they ended up winning the game 55-46. That means Little Rock Mills will take on the winner of this game at 7:30 on Monday in the championship. Van Buren will get the loser for the 3rd place game at 4:30 in the afternoon on Monday. On the girls' side, all that's been completed with 2 days of basketball. Again, we're not playing tomorrow, so all this will be Monday. Monday, the 5th place game will be at noon. Van Buren Lady Pointers against Little Rock Central. Central defeated Southside by mercy roll 64-22. Van Buren defeated DeQueen 52-32. The 3rd place game will see the Pottsville Lady Apaches against the Danville Lady Littlejohns. Pottsville fell to Pulaski Academy 52-40. Danville was beaten by the Russellville Lady Cyclones 62-56. That means Pottsville and Danville will play the third-place game at 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon, and the championship on the girls' side will be Pulaski Academy against the Lady Cyclones. And that'll be at 6 o'clock here at Cyclone Arena on Monday night. Lady Cyclones trailed by 13 in that second quarter, came back eventually, won it by 4, 60-56. Kara Davis had 24 points in the ball game. She's had a pretty good two-day period. She scored 43 points in the last two games, last night and tonight. Megan Fleming, career high 11 points, and Olivia Barnes, career high 8 points, helping the Lady Cyclones come back and win that game by 4. Again, they'll be playing the championship game at 6 o'clock on Monday. The Cyclones here hoping to get in the championship game. They still have some work to do. They lead Rogers by 5. We're going to take another break. We'll come back. We'll give you the point totals of the first half. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on River Country, KCJC.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry, a luxury establishment in the heart of downtown Russellville, are taking it back to the good old days with a family-owned, family-operated business that pride themselves on personal interactions, beautiful custom craftsmanship, and an insanely knowledgeable and helpful staff that go above and beyond just for you. Joshua's Fine Jewelry is giving a huge shout out to all of our local River Valley and Natural State athletes. You guys are the real MVPs. Be sure to like Joshua's Fine Jewelry on Facebook today and go and give them a visit in downtown Russellville at 310 West Main Street.
Hey, it's Drew. Experience, not to mention the best cuts of meat. They have prime cuts, which is even better than choice. Check out the sirloin, especially. Best sirloin, in my opinion, in the River Valley, possibly the world. Bring a steakhouse in Russellville, help making possible the broadcast of our local athletics in the River Valley.
Welcome back. Sitting here watching Johnny Story do the ad. They run ads at halftime here at the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Watching Johnny Story and Hope do the commercial for EAB and River Country KCJC. Russellville leading at halftime, 29-24 here over Rogers. The Cyclones were led in that first half by Trey Allen with 11 points. 6 points for Taylon Peter, 3 points each for Spencer Terry and Cade Schaefer, 2 points for Ryan Sikowski, and 2 points for Grant Smith. Russellville, 19 points in the first quarter, 10 points in the second quarter, and lead it here by 5. Rogers was led by Derek Hobbs. He leads all scorers with 13 points, 3 threes for Mr. Hobbs. 4 points each for Joseph Park and Elliott Pascal, 3 points for Drew Miller. Rogers was a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Russellville was 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and all 4 of those made by Trey Allen. He was 4 of 4 from the line just himself. Russellville leading here 29-24. Fitting that Matt Kordsmeyer, the PA guy at Cyclone Games, are playing I Love a Rainy Night. We're in the arena. We can actually hear the rain hitting the ceiling. That's how hard it's hitting. So I understand when we're getting interrupted on the radio side of it. We're going to take a quick 60-second break and be back with the second half. Russellville leading it 29-24. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on River Country, KCJC.
How many times?
Over on the YouTube side, you hear that little thumping. It's the basketball. Basketball is being pounded next to us. We love the mic here. We want to give you a couple updates. Savion Brock not in action tonight because of an ankle injury that he sustained last night. And, of course, Ryan Sikowski continues to battle some back issues, but he's been playing through it. Having YouTube for you on Monday night for girls and boys. We're going to do that all year. As long as we have good Wi-Fi, we will.
The porch light. And
we'll, in fact, be traveling to Mountain Home the first full week of January for the last non-conference game of the season.
But the new ITMs at First State Bank can help you achieve your banking needs at the push of a button. Interact with local tellers, cash a check, and more, right from your car. Plus, ITMs are open weekdays from 7 to 7. To learn more about First State Bank's new innovative services, go to fsbitm.com.
Welcome back. Cyclones leading it by 5, getting ready to start the second half. be the original starting five for the Cyclones. Danye May, Talon Peter, Cade Schaefer, Trey Allen, and Jackson Schaefer. One more quarter to go, and the Cyclones hoping to get in the finals and face off against Little Rock Mills. That'll be on Monday night. The winner gets Mills at 7:30. The loser will get Van Buren 4:30. Russell played Van Buren, but it was a benefit game, even though both teams played it like a regular game. They've seen Van Buren. They like to see Mills this time around. Rogers will start with the basketball. Flipping sides, so they'll be moving. Rogers will be moving from left to right, playing offense in front of their own bench. Cyclones trying to trap over on that far side. They get the pass back to Derek Hobbs. He was their main scorer. He gets it inside. Ball knocked away from Euchre and rolls out to Hobbs. Shot clock did not reset. It's at 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Pull-up jumper by Miller is good. Drew Miller able to knock that one down from just beyond 15. He's got 5 points. The Cyclones lead is down to 3. Cross-court pass to Talon Peter. Takes it baseline. May fakes the three, steps inside. 15-footer good. Boy, good fake on that one. They were jumping out to challenge him. Russell back up by 5. Miller gets it on the right side to Euchre. Left-handed pass to Liddell. Swing it around left side to Joseph Park. First minute of action here in the third quarter. This Hoops for Hunger tournament semifinal game. Final game of today. 16 games in the last 2 days. There's a pull-up three-pointer. No good by Hobbs. Rebound controlled by Trey Allen. Allen in the front court. In transition, taking it all the way. Left-handed layup, no good. Rebound knocked out. Hobbs has it for Rogers. He gets it up the front court. Miller, they go on the baseline there to Park, looking to get rid of it. Dribbles back out behind the three-point line and back out to Hobbs. 19 seconds now on the shot clock. Left side to Liddell. They'll get it baseline drive by Euchre. Shot blocked by Jackson Schaefer, and the defensive rebound controlled by Trey Allen. Pass ahead to Danye May, coming in right side. Hangs in the air, gets the cross-court pass to Talon Peter. Throws in the corner to Schaefer. He tries to go inside to Jackson Schaefer. Ball never got to him. It was tipped right back to where Cade was standing. Getting the interception is Liddell. Miller in the front court. Gets to the top of the key, and Hobbs. Cyclones lead 31-26. 5:50 left to play here in the third quarter. The drive by Miller, and we'll get a foul called on Talon Peter of the Cyclones, and that's number 3 on Talon. And Coach Pennington telling him you got 3, which lets me know that he's going to leave Talon in the game. Carson Euchre will check out of the basketball game. Number 11, Elliot Pascal will check in. Had 4 points in that first half. And reset the 35-second shot clock after the foul called on the Cyclones. Hobbs on the right side will use a screen. Russell don't make the switch. They actually come with a double team. He gets the pass over left side to Miller. He'll drive to the lane. Little scoop shot, no good. Ball tipped up and being patted around a little bit and finally brought down by Talon Peter. He'll bring it up left side of the lane. In transition, cross-court pass, caught by Schaefer, got out to Allen. Allen step back, won't shoot it, gets it to Talon, and they travel with the basketball. I think Talon was expecting maybe Allen to shoot there and was surprised when the ball came to him. 31-26. Rogers undefeated on the season, a perfect 9-0. Cyclones 8-2 on the season. This is semifinals of the Hoops for Hunger tournament. 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Russell leading by 5. Ball knocked away by Allen. Can't get the steal, and we're going to get a foul called as Trey was going for the basketball. He was being shielded by Pascal, and the contact causes Trey to pick up his first personal foul. Second team foul called on Russellville. Spencer Terry will check in, replacing Talon Peter. Played another minute and a half with 3 fouls, and Talon's going to have to watch it when he's in there. Got to be very careful. Of course, they have to be keying on him, too, trying to get him in foul trouble. Talon had 32 points last night. One-headed pass for Rogers over to the right side. This is Liddell looking inside, and Elliot Pascal catches the pass. He was actually expecting to set a screen for somebody, but good hands by Pascal. Goes to Hobbs. A baseline jumper is good. Hobbs with a little turnaround, and he gets the shooter's bounce. It's a 3-point lead for the Cyclones, 31-28. May, left-handed pass over on the left wing to Cade Schaefer. Gets it back after a pass to Spencer Terry. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound controlled by the Mounties. Derek Hobbs will bring it in the front court. Ryan Sikowski will check in at the next dead ball for the Cyclones. 4:09 left. Hobbs thought about a three. Now he'll pull the trigger on it. That usually doesn't work out if you don't shoot it in rhythm, and it didn't there. Danye May in the front court. His pass tipped and then caught by Spencer Terry. Trey Allen open three-pointer is good. The first three for the Cyclones in the third quarter. That's sponsored by Phil Wright Autoplex. Russell's lead is 6, 34-28. Here's a drive to the basket. Nice little move by Liddell. He gets his first basket of the game. Spencer Terry in the front court leaves it for May. May still with his dribble at the top of the key. One-handed pass over right side intended for Spencer Terry. It was knocked out of bounds by Liddell, and he's feeling it. He's excited. You got Rogers fans who've made the trip over a right shoulder. Sikowski and Taylor Peter check in for the Cyclones, replacing Cade Schaefer and Jackson Schaefer. And Trey will run the point here. Grant Smith also in, replacing Danye May. Trey uses a screen, jump stop in the lane, and he threw it away. He was expecting a cutter to be there. Nobody was there, and Russell turns the basketball over. Leading by 4, 34-30. Hobbs floats it to Euchre, who will cross the timeline. On the right side is Will Liddell. Gets it to Derek Hobbs. 15 points for Hobbs. 13 of those coming in the first half. Hobbs, number 22, doesn't have the basketball. Liddell, he'll drive inside. Miss it, ball tipped. Sikowski had it tipped away from his own man, by his own man. Taylor Peter, his pass deflected in the front court and controlled by the Mounties. Will Liddell will bring it up left side of the floor. Liddell catches the pass, gets it baseline now to Euchre, back out to Liddell. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. They're going to take it baseline. Pascal hits the runner. Nice little move by Elliott Pascal. It's a 2-point lead for the Cyclones, 34-32. Spencer Terry over on the right wing. It's in the corner to Grant Smith. Now Taylor Peter using a screen to get open. Gives the pass on the left wing to Trey Allen. Allen tried to go inside. Ball was knocked away. And here comes Derek Hobbs in transition. Layup, no good, but they're going to call goaltending as Trey Allen, all 6 foot of him, got up and tried to pin it against the backboard, but it already hit the backboard. So give Derek Hobbs the bucket. He's got 17, and we're all tied at 34. Substitutions coming in for the Cyclones. Danye May back in for Russellville, replacing Trey Allen. That's the only one. May gets in the corner to Terry. Bounce pass to a wide open Grant Smith. Misses the shot, gets the follow, and he's going to be fouled. It was the right call. It's very late on it. And, okay, it wasn't late. They're going to call it on the floor. I thought if it was on the shot, it's very late. This will be on Carson Euchre, his second. I thought there was a foul on the shot. And I don't know where the foul happened. If it wasn't, that's okay. Russell going to inbound it on the right baseline. Taylor Peter on the right wing, back to Smith. He'll swing it around, eventually in the corner to Danye May. He'll use a screen, drive to the middle, 15-footer for May. This one in and out, no good. Gets his own rebound on the follow. How about that? Danye with 4 points. All in this third quarter, and Russellville leads by 2, 1:40 left to play in the third quarter. Ty Cunningham gets a pass on the right side to Euchre. Coming off a screen is Liddell. A long 3 try, and this one's short as it hits the iron. Taylor Peter gets the rebound. He hit the rim and then hit the backboard and popped right to Taylor. Grant Smith in the front court gets in the corner to Sikowski. Rhino going to back his way in. Little spin move and shot blocked. They're going to say a traveling call before the shot. And Elliott Pascal will check in for Rogers. Russell leads 36-34 with 1:15 left to play in the third quarter. Cyclone fans tuning in to us one way or the other. Last night we had them as far as Tampa, Florida. Tonight we understand there's some in Rogers cheering on the Cyclones. 1:01 left to play in the third quarter. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Pull up 3-pointer in and out by Drew Miller. That's the second time they almost took the lead. May with the rebound. May gives it to Terry. Here comes the double team. His pass deflected out of bounds. And they accidentally reset the shot clock. So they're going to have to fix that. They do. They put it at 29. How about that? El Salvador, Carlos Segovia. You may win, Carlos. That may be the farthest. Cade Schaefer coming in for the Cyclones, as is Trey Allen. 29 seconds on the shot clock. 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Danye May. Little handshake going on there. They'll swing it around. Allen, take it baseline, double team, throws it out. Cade Schaefer wide open. Three-pointer, nothing but net for Cade Schaefer. Brought to you by Phil Wright Autoplex, his second three of the game. Russell leads by 5, 39-34. Shot clock is turned off, 25 seconds. Crossover dribble by Miller. Inside the free throw line, shot high up, no good. Ball tipped high in the air, and then Taylor Peter comes down with it. In transition, here comes the double team. He spins away from that with 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Gets the pass back now to May with 10 seconds, 9 seconds. He's dribbling around the half-court line over on the right side. He'll split a double team, takes it all the way. Scoop shot good. How about that? Danye with 6 points. 1 second. They're going to get a shot off. Will it count? Doesn't matter. It didn't go anyway. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Well, we started with Russell with a 5-point lead. We end with Russell with a 7-point lead. 41-34. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on River Country KCJC. Again, can't always see all the. Wish I could see all the comments that pop up as we're at commercial here on the radio side. But I saw people in Rogers, saw Carlos in El Salvador, and what are you doing out of the country, Carlos? Come on. Carlos is with the basketball team. He's supposed to be here. Russell leading at 41-34. Rejoin now the radio. 41-34. We mentioned this earlier. Not sure if everybody heard it, but Savion Brock was injured last night. And his ankle, which had been hampering him a little bit, so he's not dressed out tonight. He is on the bench. So Russell had to play through that. Bentonville represent. How about that? Start the final quarter of the play. Cyclones lead at 41-34. We talked to Coach Pennington about Savion. He said he's been trying to play through some of that stuff. And he's probably pressed a little too much. Russell going to start with turning the ball over, a traveling call. Cyclones lead at 41-34. You know, both teams got a chance to see each other. Russell went up to the Rogers Classic, but they were on a different side where Rogers was. They played Rogers Heritage in Webb City, Missouri, and went 3-0 on that side. Rogers Mounties went 3-0 on their own side. So they saw each other, but they didn't play against each other. Here's the Mounties cutting the basket. It's Carson Euchre hitting the layup, his first points of the game. Stopped that little run that Russell closed out the third quarter with. And now whistle a foul going to be called on Sikowski. That's his first. People tuning in from Kansas. How about that? That's a big game. Rogers undefeated. The semifinals Hoops for Hunger tournament here. Cyclones 8-2 on the season. Both teams highly ranked in the state. 41-36 our score. The Cyclones lead it. Shot clock down to 15. Miller double team. His pass deflected and caught by Pasco, who saved it from going out of bounds. His drive to the basket. Shoots it over. Sikowski somehow got it to go. He's got 8 points, and the lead is now 3. Cross-court pass in the front court, and traveling is going to be the call once again. We're going to set a record for traveling calls. I should have been counting that. Spencer Terry, Jackson Schaefer will check in, replacing Cade Schaefer and Ryan Sikowski. So on the floor for Russell, Jackson Schaefer, Danye May, Trey Allen, Taylor Peter, and Spencer Terry. Russell's lead is 3. 6 minutes, 36 seconds left to go in the game. Shot clock down to 27. Crossover dribble by Derek Hobbs, and scoop shot good. Hobbs a little quiet compared to what he was in the first half, but he's got 19 points here, and he's pulled the Mounties to within a point, 41-40. Terry in the corner. Spencer dribbles out to the wing, gives it to Taylor Peter at the top of the key. Taylor will catch a pass from Jackson Schaefer. Nice little pick and roll. Bounce pass. Made shot. Wave it off. They're going to call a charge on Jackson Schaefer. That'll be his second. It's a good idea, but Russellville's lead is down to 1, and Rogers can take the lead with a bucket here. 6:03 left. Coach Pennington didn't say too much, but I don't think he agreed with that call. Hobbs with the basketball on the left wing. Miller stepping inside, takes a baseline, jumps into Taylor Peter. No call, but he does get the shot to go. And so Rogers with a 42-41 lead. May dribble to the free throw line. Pass on the baseline. Eventually gets it on the wing to Trey Allen. And he turns around, throws it to where he thought Taylor was. It wasn't there, and he says, my bad. And now we have a timeout called by Coach Pennington. We'll take a quick break. Russellville trails by a point. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Correction, a full timeout.
Hi, this is Danny Hips, General Manager at Phil Wright Auto Place. Today, more than ever, our young people need the confidence and the discipline that comes from them all. And remember, when you need a new vehicle, we live here and are part of this community.
2-41. Coach Pennington using a timeout there. And Russellville still has 4 more timeouts. I thought they had 3, but they used a timeout there. We were saying Russellville has some cold shooting. They have not scored in this fourth quarter. They led 41-34 at the start of the fourth quarter. And now Russellville coming up from behind, knocking the ball away, but Rogers has it. 25 seconds on the shot clock, so they can't run time off with the shot clock. They can run a little bit, but they got to get going at some point. 19 seconds to shoot. Park gets it on the left side. Miller got away with a travel. He's going to draw the foul. He moved his pivot foot there. That'll be on number 21, Trey Allen. That's his second. The 5th team foul in the Cyclones. Just 1 called on Rogers. On the left baseline, get a fresh 35. They'll inbound it. Comes right back to Hobbs, who's in the corner, picked up by Trey. 5:05 to go in the game. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Russellville trails by a point. Hobbs way out up top. On the right side now to Euchre. Left side to Joseph Park. Hobbs with it with 8 seconds to shoot. Gets it to Miller. Miller checks the shot clock on the far side. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, shoot a three-pointer. Good grief, he got that one to go. Just before the buzzer hit as it went through, and now Rogers up by 2 possessions, 45-41. Danye May taking it all the way, and he draws a blocking foul. It's going to be called on Will Liddell, who slid under there a little bit late. And that'll be his first, just the 2nd team foul called on Rogers. That's a little dangerous, too, when you slide in there a little too late like that. But Danye, who was shaken up a little bit last night, up and he's fine. First free throw, no good. Ryan Sikowski will check in, replacing Jackson Schaefer. 4:24 left to go in the game. Coach Pennington meeting with his team out on the floor. That's why you can't see Danye shooting the free throw there, but he missed the first. Russell trailing by 4 here. Make it 3 as Danye hits the second of 2. 45-42. 4 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the game. Cyclones trail by 3. On the right side is Elliott Pascal. Way out on the right side. Give it to Park, who's not a threat from out there. They're giving him a ton of space. He'll give it on the right side to Hobbs. Now back to Park. 11 seconds to shoot. He hands it off to Hobbs. Get 35 feet away. He'll start his drive. Pulls up. Little 18-footer. Rolls off the iron tip. And controlled by Taylor Peter, who wants to run. Long cross-court pass in transition. It's Trey Allen. Spin move in the lane. Scoop shot. Shot was blocked, but he got hammered by somebody else. I think the shot was blocked by number 12, but the foul was caused by Elliott Pascal, number 11. I think Miller's the one that blocked the shot. There were 3 guys there, and Trey going to shoot 2 here. First free throw does not get the shooter's bounce. Trey with 14 points in this game. 45-42 our score. Rogers leads the Cyclones by 3. Second free throw by Allen. This one rolls in. 15 points for Trey, and Cyclones trail by a bucket. 3:38 left to go in the game. Hobbs in the front court. Dribbles to the left wing now near the top, but he's around the half-court circle. He's way out. 20 seconds to shoot. Hobbs will hand it off to Pascal. They dribble to the lane, but back out again, and underhand flip to Park. And now whistle away from the basketball as 2 players, one from each team, goes down, Miller and Trey Allen, and Allen's going to be whistled for the foul. That's his third, the 6th team foul on the Cyclones. And Coach Pennington telling the bench don't foul because of the shot clock. Resets, and Rogers was questioning something about their coach, Coach Frazier, and now he hands out a towel, and they're playing some perspiration up off the floor. The official that called the foul is talking to Trey about it, and he says, all right, understands. Russellville trailing by 2, 45-43, 3:19 left to go in the game. And Coach Pennington said we need a defensive chance, so that starts with the bench, and it's picked up by the student section and the rest of the fans here at Cyclone Arena. Now here's a drive to the basket, shot missed, and getting the rebound, Sikowski, and we're going to call a timeout. A timeout, yes. I didn't know what the call was because it could be anything. It could be out of bounds, it could be jump ball, and Russell's going to use their second timeout. You get 5, and they'll save possession. So we'll take a quick break. Russellville trails by 2. 3:07 left. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Say full timeout.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Russellville's only scored 2 points here in this fourth quarter. They led at the start of the fourth quarter by 7. But they're battling. That's what they got to do. They trail by 2 here. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Russellville calling a timeout as Sikowski going to the floor to get that defensive rebound. Russell 6 fouls called on them. I say that because the next one will put Rogers in the 1-and-1. Just 3 fouls called on Rogers. So if they want to put Russellville on the line, if you should get to that point, they're going to have to foul 4 more times. Some official over here is doing some house cleaning, didn't realize the play's happening behind him. Danye May in the front court. Russell going with a double post, setting a couple screens. Taylor Peter turns around, throws it to Sikowski, and he's going to be fouled from behind. Now, sometimes during timeout, you look up there and you see that. I'm not saying that wasn't a foul, but that was called by the official farthest away from there. So that's number 2 on Joseph Park. Russell will inbound it on the right baseline. We'll take it. We'll take it. Inbounds pass comes on the right wing. Eventually to Spencer Terry. His pass controlled by Danye May. Allen. Trey will take it baseline. Throws a cross-court pass, goes off the hands of the Cyclones into the back court and can't be saved in bounds as it was deflected by Rogers. I didn't see that, so that's why Rogers was going for it, though. So it made me wonder why they were trying to save it in bounds. And they reset the shot clock. That's what Rogers' bench is saying. Hey, it should be reset it. And so they're going to try to figure out what it was here at the scores table. The pass was deflected into the backcourt. That's why Rogers is trying to save it from going out of bounds. And so we're going to have a discussion. And they're right. Rogers is right. It shouldn't be reset, but we don't know what it was going to be. So maybe we can just take a poll because they're asking each other, what is it, and don't know. And that's some of the problems when you have shot clock. And Coach Frazier, Rogers said, I appreciate your honesty because they said, look, I don't know what it was. Well, back to action now. 2:38 left to go in the game. May not matter with the shot clock. Danye May on the left wing. Hobbs guarding him, fights through a screen, gets it to Talon Peter on the right wing, back to May. May dribbles to the top of the key. May matters. Shot clock down to 14. May on his drive is going to be fouled. Shot won't go, but they say it's before the shot, so they wave it off. So Russell's not going to get to shoot free throws here. This is going to be on Derek Hobbs. That's who we need in foul trouble, but he's only got 2. That guy's got 19 points. 2:22 left to go here in the ball game. Shot clock does reset to 35. Pass was deflected on the inbounds pass. Terry has it on left wing to the top of the key. He'll swing it around right side in the corner. May will use a screen set by Sikowski. No, he goes back the other direction. A lot of contact there. He threw up a shot, was no good. Russell was wanting a foul call, didn't get it. Rogers gets a pass in the front court to to Miller. And they'll get it to Liddell. They're going to run a little bit of clock. They're going to reset their offense. 23 seconds to shoot. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Russell trails by 2. Russell needs a defensive stop here. I'd love it if it followed something in transition for the Cyclones. Right side, Joseph Park. He'll hand it off to Hobbs. 6 seconds to shoot. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Hobbs, spin move, takes it right side, throws it over Sikowski, won't go. Tipped up, no good. How did that not go by Park? But Sikowski gets the rebound. Russell living right on that possession. Cyclones trail by 2. Russell needs a basket here. Getting too many defensive stops not to reward themselves. May with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Way out up top. Minute 17 left to go in the game. Cyclones trail 45-43. Russell being held well below their offensive average, but so is Rogers. And Rogers steps in the passing lane and intercepts the ball. We're going to get a foul called on the Cyclones. That's number 4 on Trey Allen.
That's his 4th personal foul. Team 7.
And that's a 17 foul, so we'll walk it to the other end to shoot 1 and 1.
At the line for Rogers.
And it'll be Elliott Pascal shooting the 1 and 1. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line in this game. Pascal with 8 points. Minute 6 left to go in the ball game. First free throw is no good. Case Schaefer, who checked back in, gets a defensive rebound. He'll bring it into the front court himself. Russell lines up their offense. Cade on left side, throws it backside. They went for the dunk. It was blocked away. Russell wanting a foul, and another contact here as Taylor Peter knocked on the floor, not getting the call. Coach Pennington upset about that. 43 seconds left to go in the game. Cyclones trail by 2. Russell ran the alley-oop play, and they thought Taylor Peter was fouled on that play. They didn't get the call. 30 seconds left, but 15 on the shot clock. Hobbs drives inside, back in the corner, and they've left Pascal open, and he charges into Sikowski. Sikowski clapping his hands. He took the charge. And Pascal has fouled out of the basketball game with 8 points. We have him with 5. Maybe, I'm sorry, that's 4. His L looked like a 1 there, so that's 4. Russellville trails by 2. 22 seconds left to go in the game. Shot clock is turned off. Russellville in the front court. Allen picks up dribble and wants a timeout. Pennington calls timeout with 15.3 left to go in the ball game. Russellville trailing by 2. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Did you know if your roof isn't maintained regularly, you could void the warranty on your existing roof? Tim Noblet with E&F Roofing has made it his mission to protect your roof or help you get the new roof that will maximize your investment and extend the life of your roof, which can save you money through prevention and maintenance. So before you have another company check your roof, call 479-272-4069 and let E&F Roofing see what they can find and how much you can save by using someone local, someone who cares, right here in the River Valley.
During this timeout, Coach Pennington calling a full timeout, spending most of it talking with his assistant, Coach Lewis. He's just now joining the team. He actually talked to the officials. I think he's probably asking, I know he was asking where they're going to inbound it, but I think he's probably asking them, he might be asking them to call a time. He wants a timeout as soon as they line up. He may not be. They're going over what plays, what they want. Russell trailing by 2, 45-43. The next foul against Rogers will actually put Russell on the line to find at that point. Russell's going to inbound it right in front of their own bench. 15.3 left. Cade Schaefer will be the trigger man. He gets it inbounds to Trey Allen. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Set a screen. Cade Schaefer goes inside Sikowski. Double team, turnaround. Count the basket! And he draws the foul! Oh my gosh! Double team on Sikowski. Went with a little baby hook shot. And the crowd's going crazy. The crowd is going crazy. And Pascal, now he's fouled out of the game with 8 points. Ryan Sikowski has tied this game with a little baby hook shot, drawing the foul, and he's going to the free throw line for the and one. Russell setting up their defense. They still have 2 timeouts. Rogers with 3. Sikowski going to the free throw line to give Cyclones a lead, but there's 7.7 seconds left. Plenty of time. Free throw is good. Died at the back of the iron, went through. Hobbs in the front court. Cyclones lead by 1. Just inside the three-point line. Hobbs' shot goes in. Coach to Pennington calling timeout. Rogers coming on the floor. Pennington is wanting at least 1 second, and we're going to wait and see. I thought there was at least 0.9 left. Rogers storming the floor after Hobbs hitting that shot. Hobbs with 21 points. He's given Rogers a 1-point lead. The officials are moving everybody off the floor to talk about it. And Rogers is wanting 0.4. We thought it was 0.9. Pennington was wanting 1 full second. And 0.4, there's not a lot you can do with 0.4. Sikowski giving the Cyclones a 1-point lead with the free throw, 46-45. But Hobbs coming back and hitting that shot just inside the three-point line for his 21st point. And they stormed the floor. Pennington was calling for a timeout. He wants 1 second, and they're going to put 0.4 up there. And putting 0.4 back up there. And now, sorry, I'm being quiet. They've actually started the 60-second timeout, and on these scoreboards, you can't actually stop it. So this is going to be a prolonged timeout to get ready for this. Russell trailing 47-46, and still a little bit of hope, but not much. 0.4 seconds, and they got to go the length of the floor. Pennington was wanting 1. I thought it was at least 0.9, because that's what it looked like when it went through. And we're having to wait an extra 23 seconds. Now Rogers is going to go ahead and call timeout. I believe they're wanting timeout. I don't know. Coach Lamont Frazier standing with the official. That's why they're having some clock issues. It's 0.4. Okay, no, he doesn't want the timeout. Russell trails by a point. Trigger man will be Talon Peter. He's going to baseball pass it to the other side. It's going to be caught by Sikowski. Turns around, throws it, goes off the iron, no good. The Cyclones lose it by a score of 47-46. Tough loss for the Cyclones here. They battled valiantly against this undefeated Rogers team. Rogers will move to 10-0, and the Cyclones will fall to 8-3. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. Just 30-second break. And be back with your postgame show. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball in River Country, KCJC.
Richard Roberts with Hobbs Ford, and it's our Built for the Holiday sales event, making this the best time to buy a new Ford. You'll save big on every vehicle in stock. New 2019 Ford F-150s with up to $12,000 off of MSRP. And new 2019 Ford Fusions for under $300 a month. The Cogswell Ford Built for the Holiday sales event is your time to save big. Visit us at 1900 East Main in Russellville or online at cogswellford.com.
Welcome back. We're joined by Coach Pennington. Coach, boy, I really was hoping to do this under different circumstances.
Yeah.
Just a tough way to lose the game.
Sure.
Can you just talk about the loss?
You know,
really proud of our guys. They played their tails off. I think we got a little tight offensively there late. He did a good job of running that shot clock once he got the lead, and what a great job by us to battle back in that situation. And then we go to Rhino down there, who's kind of had some things not go well for him early in the year, but we knew he was capable of doing that, and very proud of him getting that shot and then making that free throw. Probably my mistake there, not to call a timeout and set the D right there, but I just felt like we could play right there, and he obviously felt the same. Great play by number 22. He was awesome tonight. He played his tail off. I thought the tail of the game here was in the third and fourth quarter. He did a really good job of playing their way, and we were trying to play ours, but we got a little tight offensively. This is good for us though, Mickey. It's you hate to lose, but sometimes you need a wake up call of kind of what we need to do, and so those guys in that locker room, they're hurting, but they know, and they're going to be just fine. We're going to come back and finish this tournament out well and go to Mountain Home and play and be ready for conference play.
Just one more question: How can you do this? I mean, because we're fans and we think of this, and you think of this as a marathon. And how can you be so? How can you always have that? Because you've always had that mindset of win or lose. You've been talking about this is going to be good for us down the road. Looking at different situations you face, how can you have that mindset?
I mean, it's something that you got to learn, and you got to teach yourself, and you got to teach your players. And they've bought into that, and we just got to continue to push it. But it's a thing that we tell them all the time, microscope, telescope. Whatever we're doing right now in the microscope, let's look in the telescope and how's it going to help us. And so, that's what it is. But I wanted to make sure I came over here and spoke to you. I think our guys, we're going to be back. We're going to be ready to roll. And again, we're going to use this to our good for sure.
Well, good luck Monday.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
That's Coach Kyle Pennington. The Cyclones lose a heartbreaker here by a point. Thank you. We're going to take a final break and be back to wrap it up here from Cyclone Arena. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on River Country KCJC.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
Hey guys, Terry Holland here at Best Ride. Did you know Best Ride's been in business for 15 years? We are still offering the same great customer service we started with in 2004. We started with an affordable car with 24 months or 24,000-mile service contract with a low interest rate. We helped with your sales tax, gave free oil changes to the length of the contract, and reported credit. Best Ride now offers a little more. We have a full service department with all your vehicle needs, a service contract with no deductible, a newer, lower-mile vehicle to choose from. Best Ride's been serving the River Valley for 15 years. You can find us at BestRideArkansas.com, Instagram, and Facebook. So guys, come see us at 621 South Knoxville in Russellville.
Parents have a hard job. How do you feed the kids good food without breaking the bank? When you dine in at Steak and Shake on Saturday and Sunday, kids eat free with every $9 spent, and your food is always made to order. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive.
Steak and Shake's reward app makes saving super easy. Download the Steak and Shake Rewards app for free. Then order and pay from your device or smartphone, and every $50 that you spend, you get $5 in rewards. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive. Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving our neighbors in the River Valley since 1991. Miller Roofing offers residential and commercial roofs in a variety of styles, pitched, flat roofs, and more, plus a wide variety of materials, tile, shingles, metals, you name it. Also at Miller Roofing, they do chimney caps, wood repair, they work on your gutters, they do custom metal fabrication, chimney flashing, and tons more. So get a quote today from Miller Roofing. They're not just good, they're great. 479-890-3499.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lose it by a score of 48-47. And Coach Pennington, you heard from, and he's had that perspective all season that we've talked to him during wins or losses. He looks at different situations. This situation is going to be good that we had to face this. This one's going to be good. And playing Jonesboro in that tournament. He wanted to play those type of tournaments. He wants to play this type of competition because, as he says, we've got a bullseye on our back after winning conference last year, and so it's a marathon to him. And it's interesting to hear a coach with that kind of perspective immediately after a very tough loss for us fans. But boy, it was exciting. And Cyclones aren't going to give any games away. They're going to have to earn it. I mean, we might have to shot as well as we hope, but the other team's going to have to step up and win the game. And that's actually what happened tonight. Rogers was led by Derek Hobbs with 21 points. Drew Miller had 10. Elliot Pascal had 8. Those were the three main scorers for Rogers. For the Cyclones, they were led by Trey Allen, who had 15 points. Tonight, 7 points for Danye May, 6 points each for Taylon Peter and Cade Schaefer, 5 points for Ryan Sikowski, who seemed to give Russellville he did give Russellville a lead, seemingly, hopefully the win, with 7.7 left on that three-point play. But Rogers hitting the shot, Derek Hobbs with 0.4 left to secure the victory. Also, Spencer Terry had 3 points in the ballgame, 2 points for Grant Smith. Cyclones lose this one. They fall to 8-3 on the season. Rogers improves to 10-0. What this means is Monday, Little Rock Mills will face against Rogers at 7:30 in the championship game of the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Russellville will take on Van Buren for the third-place game. That'll be at 4:30 Monday afternoon. So on Monday, we will be on the air a little bit before 4:30 in the afternoon with the boys' game as the Cyclones take on Van Buren for the third-place game. And the immediate following that, we'll have the Lady Cyclones as they take on PA in the championship game of the girls' bracket here at the Hoops for Hunger tournament. I wanted to send a special thank you to Stephen Berry and also Sierra, who is training as engineer for tonight. We appreciate you joining us, and whether it be on radio or YouTube, for both our games tonight. Congratulations to the Lady Cyclones and making the championship game, winning tonight over Danville 60-56. Tough loss for the senior boys as they lose to Rogers 48-47. For Sierra, Stephen Berry,